Our next question is going to come from Matthew Ryan from Fight Sports. Please go ahead.
Hey, Errol. Good afternoon. So heading into this fight, it was mentioned earlier, you've got the size and the reach advantage, but Mikey says that's not going to matter next weekend in Dallas. He feels that he's a better fighter than you all around. What do you make of that, and what are some of the flaws you've seen in Mikey's game between now and the start of training camp?
I mean, Mikey's confident. I like that. I mean, it shows that, he's really come to fight and it's going to be a great fight. So, I don't make nothing out of it. I mean, that's how they feel. That's how they can't feel. So, they definitely have a game plan, I guess, to, exploit, my strength. And, me and my camp been working hard. My coach been watching film and, we have a game plan on ourselves. So, the ring we'll find out, my reach or my size is going to be an advantage or not, or, my skill set and things like that, or my athletic ability. So we'll see.
And earlier this was called a coronation. Do you feel that level of importance outside of it being Cowboy Stadium, outside of it being on pay-per-view with two of the top 10 fighters in the world squaring off? Does that put any added pressure on it, or is it another day at the office for you?
With me personally, it's another day at the office, but it's definitely a huge fight. Just by exposure wise and becoming a superstar that I want to be. So this is a huge fight, but for me right now, it's another day in the office. I don't really think about that till after the fight and the magnitude of it till after the fight. I don't get caught up in the moment, but it is a huge fight, especially for my career.
Thank you so much, champ. Best of luck next week.
Thank you.
Our next question is going to come from John Gatlin from NewYorkFight.com. Please go ahead.
What's going on, man? So the last time we really saw you get some work, some rounds, I was sitting in the Barclays Center watching you pretty much, put Lamont Peterson through the worst experience of his life. His trainer had to come in and stop that fight. Lamont's a big welterweight, very, very physically strong guy, and you really, manhandled him. Derek James, your trainer, came out and said, look, he really asked for this fight, was adamant about getting the fight, and had to talk his family into taking this fight, and that at some point in time, they're going to have to make a decision in the corner about how much punishment Mikey Garcia is taking in this fight on March 16th. What do you feel about that? Your trainer, he obviously knows who you are, and what do you feel about that? Do you really expect Mikey Garcia to be able to go 12 rounds with you?
If he goes 12, he goes. But with me, my mentality is, I train hard for a hard 12-round fight, because I don't want to, I don't want to not expect something, then something else happens. So, I always, even if it might not happen, or I think that I always put myself out to make sure that I'm fully prepared, not just physically, but mentally for a grueling 12-round fight. So, even if I do get the knockout, out through camp, we're focused on conditioning and training hard for a 12-round fight. So, if I get the knockout, that's good, but, it's something in my mind that, I don't let get to me because, it could be different. And, I want to be prepared if I have to go 12 rounds.